Hello YouTube, this is Dr. Ronald W. Satz, founder and chair of the International Society of Unified Science and president of TransPower Corporation, a commercial and custom software manufacturing and certified systems engineering company. I work as a theoretical physicist and as a systems and mechanical engineer. Today's screencast, as with most of my screencasts, will deal with the reciprocal system, specifically the reciprocal system Microcosmos database. You can see the main menu for the Microcosmos database on the left panel, and the main menu for the Reciprocal System Macrocosmos database in the right panel. I've already covered all the layouts of the Macrocosmos database, and I've covered most of the layouts now for the Microcosmos database. We still have the photon properties to do, and then the graphing functions. So let's do the photon properties right today. Let's click on this. Boom, there we are. And we have 33 records for photon properties. Here's the photon name. This is record 1, obviously. This is radio waves general. And here you have two columns, the lower limit and the upper limit. This is in terms of energy. So energy in electron volts, 1e to the minus 14 for the lower limit, 1e to the minus 3 for the upper limit. Frequency in hertz or cycles per second goes from 3 to 3 times 10 to the 11th. Natural frequency R. This is R is the Rydberg frequency for the first isotope of hydrogen. The lower limit and upper limit values for the photon frequency are expressed in terms of R taken as unity. So this is just taken with regard to the Rydberg frequency, okay? And then we have the wavelength together with the units, in this case millimeters. It goes from 1e to the 14th millimeter down to 1e to the 3, or 1 times 10 to the 3 for the upper limit. And then I have another field here, astronomical sources from matter moving at intermediate or ultra high speeds. Intermediate means from 1c to 2c, and that's where the velocity equation flips from s over t to t over s. So instead of moving outward in coordinate space, it goes outward in coordinate time, which is equivalent to inward in coordinate space, and hence that explains the high density of white dwarfs, pulsars, and quasars, and the center of galaxies, which are really a white dwarf core. Ultra high speeds are 2c to 3c. That's that's the situation with quasars and pulsars. They have a motion in the ultra speed range, and if it's sufficient, the pulsar or quasar will leave our sector of the universe. So other astronomical sources from early white dwarf, product of type 1 supernovae, from the remnant of type 2 supernovae. Type 1 is a mass and temperature limit supernova, whereas type 2 is an age limit. So let's just go through a few of these. Here's the radio waves, extremely low frequency, and again you can see here the values. Very low, low, medium frequency, high frequency radio waves, very high frequency, and then we get to super high frequency. Okay, that goes all the way up to 30 times 10 to the 9th cycles per second, or hertz. Extremely high frequency, wow, 300 times 10 to the 9th. Okay, now we finally get to microwaves. So here we have energy goes from 1e to the minus 6 to 1e to the minus 3. And you can read the rest of these values here. The wavelength goes up to 1. These units are in centimeter, by the way, so always look at this. Okay, now we go to infrared rays. You can see the column values here. I'm just going to look at this. These come from infrared stars down to 1000 Kelvin, from failed stars down to 300 Kelvin, that's like a brown dwarf, from protostars, from newly formed variable stars, high intensity from matter at ultra high speeds such as quasars, low intensity from matter at normal speeds. Okay? So this is infrared rays general, and then we go to the specific classes. There's extreme, far infrared, medium infrared, near infrared. Okay. Now we come to visible light general. This goes from, let's look at the frequency. It goes from 3.1 times 10 to the 14th to 8 times 10 to the 14th. And some normal stars in the main sequence, some low speed products of type 1 and type 2 supernovae, of course. And then I kind of like this here. I should give you the individual colors. So red has a wavelength going from 770 to 622 in mu meters, okay? Mu meters. And it comes from spectral class M stars and from red giants, okay? And orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. And now we come to ultraviolet, and you can see it goes from 0.39 to 0.01 mu meters. And this comes from the central region C for galaxies or any kind of active galaxy for matter moving intermediate or ultra high speeds, ultraviolet. Okay, that's general. And then we have near ultraviolet, we have far ultraviolet, we have extreme ultraviolet, and then we come to X-rays. And so you can read these values here. It goes from 0.1 to 1 e to the minus 5 mu meters. And here we have, it's from atomic isotopic adjustments due to explosions of stars or galaxies. Stage 4 of white dwarfs, which involves a return to the speed range below unity, comes from cataclysmic variables, from novae, pulsars which fail to escape the galaxy and coming back and reducing speed to below unity. From class M stars, X-rays leaking out because there is less thickness of overlying matter, and leakage from the sun's core, which heats the corona. Okay, that's X-rays in general. And then, of course, you have soft X-rays and you have hard X-rays. And then we come to gamma rays, and there's really no upper limit for these things. It's like natural, in terms of frequency, it's like greater than 9124. And astronomical sources from atomic isotopic adjustments when matter drops below unit speed from a cosmic, stellar, or galactic explosion, gamma ray bursts. Alright? And that's it. Wow, so we covered photons today. Next week we'll cover the whole graphing function for all the properties of matter. Now, let me state that the simplest possible treatment of the reciprocal system is my original work, The Unmysterious Universe, published decades ago. It's gotten great reviews on Amazon. It has all the concepts, it has all the drawings, figures. That's what you need to start with to understand the theory, because it's quite different from conventional physics. But if you do want all the mathematics, please obtain my work. It's my magnum opus, Existence and Interactions, a computational treatise of the reciprocal system, the true theory of everything. It has 711 pages in the PDF file, 711 slides in the PowerPoint file. Thousands of equations, diagrams, tables, figures, you name it, it's in there. It'll take you months to go through. And then once you've gotten through that work, then you can consider getting these 2 database modules. We've reduced the price of both of each module down to $95. It's way below the original price. But given the recession or depression that we're currently in, that's kind of necessary. So the Microcosmos database, I've already covered solid matter properties, including atomic distance, valence, specific heat, energy and entropy, thermal expansion, compressibility, electrical and magnetic properties, isotopes, and atomic spectra. I've also covered in previous screencasts liquid, vapor, gas, matter properties, volume and density, specific heat, energy and entropy, viscosity and surface tension, and electrical and thermal conductivity. I've also covered cosmic elements and subatomic particles, cosmic elements, material and cosmic subatomic particles, and today we covered photon properties. So next week we'll take a look at the graphs. In previous screencasts I've covered all the layouts here, just to review astronomical properties of the universe. Galaxy clusters and groups. Galaxy, star clusters, stars, planets, moons, minor bodies, nebulae, gas and dust, and voids. If you just want to jump to all the videos and pictures, you just click on events. And I also cover general progression and gravitation graphs here and star graphs here. So please take a look at the previous screencasts for that. We do provide free email support forever, basically. Lifetime free email support. Now, my theoretical physics mentor, Dewey B. Larson, was also my theoretical economics mentor. And I've made his work in economics fully computational, just as I've made his work in theoretical physics fully computational. This is my optimal economist package, an implementation of Larsonian econophysics. And it covers the economics of individuals, businesses, business sectors, and the macroeconomics of whole countries and regions. Completely supersedes Keynesian economics. All the equations are in my paper, Theory of Microeconomics and Macroeconomics, Larsonian Econophysics. So you can find that, read it for free on the web. That program is also $95 now. It used to be $295, now it's only $95. So that wraps it up for today. So please, please, please study the reciprocal system and prove it for yourself. Please subscribe to my channel and like the video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll try to, if you have a question, I'll try to answer them. So again, study the reciprocal system, prove it for yourself, and thanks for your attention.